More knives? More knives! I don't know why I yelled that. We're gonna try this again. We probably just need to prioritize different weapons. Maybe? No frame drops or pixelation. Good. I mean, if it's not doing it now, that's kind of expected. We'll see if it holds up in... Unless you meant it was holding up also in the late game on the earlier runs. I mostly had meant the cam quality. Yeah, well, the camera's part of it, of course. It's going to do both. I mean, from what I found, you know, poking around last night and today, everybody's experiencing this, including, like, really big streamers. You know, like, the big names on Twitch in general, and they just happened to play this game for a night. And then they made reaction videos to their own stream about how bad the quality was when everything started hitting the fan, which, realistically, there's not much you can do, right? There's just 50 million things on screen. Some of the first player really grim-looking streams. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Just the concept of that happening. I mean, at a certain point when you're that big, I guess even your content makes content. You know what I mean? We maybe wanted the attract orb there only just so that we keep more weapon slots open. I'm going to try and avoid picking up weapons, but this is a very awkward setup. We might be okay for this part of the game, but we don't have the knives to say, okay, I want that thing to die. Well, I mean, we could do Duplicator. Duplicator or Axe? We're gonna go Duplicator, because that's the same thing as the Axe upgrade, but it affects everything right now. So I'm avoiding the knife, even though I do want to pick that up, because I do have newfound respect for it after the successful run earlier. I'm avoiding it simply because I want to keep as many weapon slots, primary weapon slots, open as I can in order to get the second bird. Once we get the bird, then we'll move into other things. Maybe I should have prioritized the knife higher. I don't think we had an option for it prior to this. We will get this because we're going to need it for the axe. We need pass-through on the axe. So, I know Luffy's in here, other Storybook Brawl and Luminar. I know we have other Storybook Brawlers hanging out. Do you guys see the patch notes from today? I don't know if the patch went in today. Oh, there was a Fire Wand. We could have... Well, we want to wait. We need Fire Wand and Knife, but we need a bird first. But yeah, the notes make sense based on what we saw. Princess White got nerfed. The pumpkin got changed back. Merlin got nerfed. King Midas got buffed. And I think there was one more that had me scratching my head. All those other ones seem to make sense. Oh yeah, Dragon got a health nerf. That might have been the one, because I mean, Dragon is definitely very good. But, I don't know, I kind of liked that it had that extra 5 health. I don't know. We only hit that with one axe. It's weird. The lightning ring is putting him work. It is just popping everything. Problem is that it's spread... Well, there's a magnet to address the issue I was going to say about spreading the experience everywhere. We'll get 2 levels off of that. That seems okay. Seems okay. Level 5 pumpkin lasted 2 weeks. I mean, they do patch quickly, but it's funny. In their patch notes, they said, well, we kind of expected we'd have to revert this, but we don't want to shy away from pushing the envelope. Which to me says, like, if you knew that it was likely going to be that bad, I don't know. It just feels like a waste. Like, why did you even try it? If you knew it was going to be... Like, I can appreciate the idea of just exactly what they said, pushing the envelope, but, like, there are some things that just seem like, no, that's just a bad idea. Why are you doing that? Now, granted, I'm not the person to talk about bad ideas, but, you know, it just seemed extreme. I think my movement needs work with this as well. We do need spinach eventually, but we're going to wait in the event. Well, maybe spinach was worth it anyway, just because spinach is going to be good even if we don't get the fire wand, but we absolutely want to try. We're going to do Santa water here, even though the axe is closer to evolving. That might be a mistake. We're going to wait on that, obviously. We're just going to do it now. We're not going to be able to... We've almost maxed out a couple things, which means our picks are going to start getting weird. Just max the ring, I guess. I'm trying to avoid picking that up, but we might as well. We're only 5 minutes in. For some reason, I thought it was farther in. Alright, that's good. Still not a... We need the other bird. Having only one bird just feels really awkward. I just don't like them as weapons, and I'm not sure the evolved one is worth it either, but it obviously gives you better DPS. Like, at this rate, we're gonna run out of options, and we're gonna get stuck with weapons we don't want. This is a bad wave. I guess this is sort of a recovery wave, because there, you know, if you were doing poorly, you have the opportunity to run around, maybe find some floor chicken or whatever. Try and stabilize, but it doesn't really help us as far as gains. We're not getting much XP, we're not getting very many kills. I obviously don't want to pick that up right now. We are on a new wave now. Might have been aggressive. I thought there were going to be more on screen. This is where the lightning ring kind of shines, that we have all of these little guys that it can pick off. Alright. Well, we'll go knife. We do want that. But we are now very limited on our weapon slot. We just even... I don't think we've been presented the other bird at all. 25 levels and we haven't even seen the other bird. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's not, but... We'll take that magnet. We found a lot of magnets. Alright, so Axe is ready to go. I don't think you can get an evolution before 10 minutes, so... Alright, Santa Water's almost ready to go. We need an attract orb. Ooh, a clover. We'll take some free luck. So this wave is already going better than it did on the previous run, which is good, because if the next one up is skeletons... Alright, so we... Ooh, a legendary! We're gonna let the music play on this one. Give him the bird. We're trying, but they don't want... Like... Or unless you were talking about the game, and in which case it doesn't want to either. Alright, I'll take it. Like I said, I don't think you can get an evolved weapon before 10 minutes. It might be before 10:30 you can't, but I'm not sure. Because I've gotten one after, like, it was 10:40, I think. Or something like that. Game, please! Game! Where is my bird? Bird is apparently not the word. Alright, so it's not the skeleton wave, it's ghosts and mummies. I forgot about this. You'd think I'd remember all this by now, given that we've done this so many times. Sure, bird. We're getting birds, but not the bird we're looking for. These are not the birds you're looking for. Game. I want to take the fire wand, but then it locks us out of the other bird. Taking a ton of damage here. Awkward. Duration could help us. Duration could help. Which we're gonna go with because the other ones lock us out of what we were trying to do. That rosary is gonna be important. Maxed out bird. But we can't find the other one. Time stop will help. We still have to find the secondary item for the knife, too. So we need a number of different things to still appear for us. We need the other bird, we need the gauntlets, we need, tract orb. I think that's it. I'm not sure how I feel about the Santa Water evolution either. But it seems good. We need somebody to break down, like, the actual numbers for everything. This is one where maybe we should have ran out of the circle just to attract other enemies. Rather than sit there and fight that mantis for, like, 20 seconds for no gain. We're above 10 minutes, so once we kill the mantis, we'll be able to get an evolution. Alright, what one do we get? We get the scythe. Sweet. More knives? More knives! I don't know why I yelled that. It just felt appropriate. Sometimes when I'm streaming, it feels like, yeah, I absolutely need to say this thing, and then it's like, did you really? Did you really need to say that? Alright, so we do need the attractor. We'll just get this. We don't have the other part of the knife, so we're still... I mean, since we didn't take it, instead of being 1 away, we're still 2 away. 2 levels, that is. Part of me wants to get the Bible with this. Obviously, we could evolve it since we have Spellbinder. But I don't know that it's worth it. I tend to prefer garlic over the Bible, but I'm not sure. That's such a bizarre sentence. We passed up on spinach again. I'm sure we'll get only one of the things we need. We should get a level. Tractor. We got a level and a half about. Ooh, an epic one. Nice! Gets us the Santa Water. Gets us the Santa Water Evolve. So I think we're... finally! We got the bird! Hey, it is in the game. They didn't remove it. So now, we gotta evolve the bird, and then we try and pick up a Fire Wand. We pick up that Fire Wand, and then we're cooking with gas. Well, we need to get the secondary items for it too, but, you know. We'll just max the knife. Instead of jack the knife, it's max the knife. That's what the song was about, right? I feel like I say that, and if there's anybody younger who's hanging out in chat, they're probably like, what is this guy talking about? I'd like to believe people know that. If my wife was in here, she'd probably get very excited. Alright, we got another bird. Or an upgrade for the bird, rather. So this will get us our knife evolution. But now we have a weird set of picks. Because we're probably going to get locked out. Like, we have to see spinach here. We have to find spinach. Off of the next level. And then a boss to upgrade the bird. We'll do this. Honestly, leveling the other thing might be better at this stage. We still have a while to go on the bird, though. We need a lot of levels. We have to hope that we're not maxing anything. Should get us a level maybe and a half. Bracer. Bracer. Just vacuuming up all that XP. I really do like the Attract Orb. It feels super useful. We'll have to start alternating the level ups there, because I don't want them taken out of the pool of options, and then we end up locking ourselves out before we can get this bird and a boss. Give me that fire breath. So do we have... It's just the bird, and we need 3 levels, so we're going to desperately try and not... Actually, we could take this, and we just have to hope that we... Oh yeah, we had this as an evolve, too. For some reason, I thought it was already evolved. We just have to find some more bosses. I think we get the spinach, lock it in, and then hope we can find the fire wand. Gotta hope we can find the fire wand. Alright, good. So we have the birds maxed. Now we just simply... There's a boss. I think that's a boss. Clear out everything else in the meantime. And this guy will not die. Alright, so we got our bird. Now we go hunting for things that are squishy enough that we can actually eliminate them. Which seemingly is everything at this stage, except for maybe the bats. The bats are a little annoying. Absolutely spinach here. Show me the spinach. Turn it into Popeye in here. There we go. Alright, so we have our setup. The one that we were trying to get to. With the exception of the Spellbinder, it should have been something else. Offhand, I forget what it is. But we'll go Fire Wand. Already at 20k at the halfway mark, which has fewer enemies. Yeah, we're already doing way better. Like, I mean, that's why it's in the stream title, so I won't forget. We only hit 26k on the other one, and that's the whole run. I meant to pick the Fire Wand there. We still have a while to go before we're going to level this up, so I might as well pick this up now. I'm curious, like, so if the other leaderboards are experience and gold, obviously Stone Mask probably is integral to the gold ones, right? Hey, Sportive, what's good? But I wonder what other... I mean, I guess Crown is going to be integral to the experience one, so there's the answer. Or I wonder if you can just, you know, is the killing power of having this setup or something similar better than having a Crown or the Stone Mask? Because it's like, oh, well, I'll just eliminate so many enemies that I'll make up for it as a result. I don't know if there's, like, a chart anywhere of how the experience and the damage and everything breaks down, so that way somebody could sit there and do the math and be like, okay, this is the build I want to go in for. You got Venus from a core pack? Nice! You gonna become a myth player now? I don't know if you were before. XP probably plays into the gold build too, all those money bags at the end. Also true. Also true. I could see that being the case. So the leaderboard that's in the official Discord, or the website that is linked in the official Discord, does have builds on there, but I don't know how to pull the build specifically for... I found it earlier for what... That's how I got this idea for this build for this map. But they seem to... Like, on the front page, it only has the builds for the most recently submitted runs, not necessarily the highest ranking ones. So, I mean, they may be close and may give you an idea, but... I don't want to waste too much time trying to kill it. Well... yeah, we can evolve the wand. So there's our wand evolve. So we have all the evolutions that we can get. We're now just going for levels, and we start absolutely hunting. Problem is, we can't just point in a direction and eliminate things quite yet. So what did we have before on the other run? We had garlic instead. And we had some slightly different secondary items, but... the density of enemies just is not very high. So we're not going to get too many, but we're absolutely, as long as we don't die, because then it won't count, we're absolutely going to crush our previous score. I mean, we're already at 26k. It was previously 26,547. I should have put the exact score in the title. The Santa Water sniping a lot of kills off screen, absolutely. Which is good and bad, because I'm not getting the XP, but the XP is irrelevant at this stage for the most part. I mean, we'll get the other levels, although the faster we get the levels and get these things maxed, we'll be pushing more damage, so obviously we still want it. Like, maybe I should just stand still and let them come to me. Maybe I'm chasing too much. This guy's slowly inching towards us. Oh, I didn't see that thing on top of me. That could have been bad. Like, we could have randomly died to those things. I don't mind the Spellbinder in this. And I was thinking about it earlier, and you know, that was part of what said to me, hey, why don't we go for Bible, since that could evolve then. Because with the Santa Water, it's just a kill zone. Like, it represents a lot of potential damage, because it just sits there forever. And on top of it, we have the Area of Effect. Like, increased area, I mean. Alright, this will get us a level, or should. We may have... Yeah, it's only the bird that needs to be leveled. We'll get momentarily. I said hopefully. There's Fire Breath. That'll help, because these things are annoyingly durable. Alright, so we're going to break 30k. We now have all of our weapons maxed. All of our items, everything. So chat, this is going to sound like a random question, but how do people feel about platform fighters a la Smash Brothers? For reference, all max at 2130. That is a good call, Luminar. I should actually write that down. I'm tempted to make a dedicated Vampire Survivors channel in my Discord, just to, like, note all this stuff and for people to talk about it. Because it seems like a lot of people on stream do enjoy this game. But the reason I was asking about platform fighters is I've been playing Brawlhalla offline, and good God am I terrible at it. Like, I'm just really bad. I'm learning, but I am very bad. So if people would be interested in watching me flail at it, that could be something else I could stream too. Which is kind of getting away from the core of the channel, playing card games, but and other, like, turn-based stuff. But at the same time, if it's entertaining, I don't know that anybody would care. So yeah, I'm not sure if we should be standing still and letting them come to us, or chasing them. Because this seems to be fairly effective. Not, like, hugely effective, because the numbers aren't increasing very quickly, even though they're increasing. Just wiped out, like, that whole side. So the bird just crapped on all of them. Fun to watch. Smash has a ton of support, but it's not my personal jam. Fun to watch, though, when you know more of what's going on. Yeah, I just don't... I mean, I could stream Smash. I do have, like, I've streamed Pokemon Unite, which is another game I want to try and get back on stream at some point. So I have a capture card to do it. I have Smash. I just never really got into Smash Brothers. I don't remember if we talked about this on stream or if it was off stream, but basically it bothered me that like, every character that I liked was bad in every Smash game. Like, I liked playing Bowser. I liked playing Ganondorf. I liked playing Mewtwo. All the heavies. And they are just tiers worse for the most part. Like, yes, if you are much better than your opponent, you could still win with them. But I didn't really enjoy the fact that I spent 90% of the match up in the air and not actually doing anything. It was just very difficult to actually get in on the smaller, faster characters. And that seems to still be the case in what little competitive Smash I watch. Now, Brawlhalla seems to have, like, a different character setup, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, where it's not really differentiated in that way. So characters just have stats, which I guess they do in Smash as well, but, oh boy, shouldn't have gone over there. But it isn't, you know, this guy is just or it doesn't appear right now. Maybe I just haven't played enough of the game. It doesn't appear that, like, oh, well, these characters are just way slower than the rest of the cast, or something like that. And they have a different item system, which is kind of interesting. I also looked into, like, Rivals of Aether, because that one seems cool. I'm pretty sure I played it before, but I don't have it on PC right now. I think I played it on Xbox One. The Nickelodeon one allegedly has, like, no community. Like, it's difficult to actually get a game on PC. And the Warner Brothers one doesn't exist yet, so... Although it's funny, one of the major reasons I would want to play the Nickelodeon one is because they have the turtles in it, but they also have turtle skins in Brawlhalla, so I could just do it there. I mean, I think it was Atona had brought it up before, that when I was talking about, you know, really diving into and obsessing about games, he had suggested, well, why don't you try fighting games? And right now we're still in this hiatus, or, you know, just this waiting period for NetherRealm to decide whether they're making a Mortal Kombat game next, or they're gonna release an Injustice game, or... Like, people keep talking about that there's a potential that they're going to do a Marvel game, which I'm not sure where they're getting that from, other than the internet just saying things. There's always classic 2D fighters and short-term, like TMNT tournament fighters. I really do want to play that, to be honest. I love that game, in all seriousness. And I know that there's efforts to revive it. But yeah, there's other games that I would love to play like that. To be honest, I keep also looking at buying a, like, the stupid Walmart, arcade cabinets that are, like, they don't seem great. I really want to, if I knew somebody who had one, just so I could try it, because they feel like they would be uncomfortable, but it's just too cost prohibitive to play, or to buy, so I could play, you know, a Mortal Kombat 2 full-size arcade cabinet. There's still, like, thousands and thousands of dollars. To be honest, I wish somebody would... Like, I don't know who owns the Primal Rage license, but why have we not gotten that game back? I would love for that game to come back. I kind of want to get into Killer Instinct, too. You know, there's a bunch of fighting games. I had tried Killer Instinct a while back, a few years ago, and I don't know, it just didn't make sense to me. I think playing Mortal Kombat for so many years, like, that is how I expect every fighting game to operate. And apparently Mortal Kombat is the aberration, comparatively. We're gonna let them come in a little bit. Primal Rage was Atari.shit. Yeah, it got sold, I think. Somebody... Like, there were actually a couple... I want to say last summer? Maybe it wasn't that long ago. But there were a couple of YouTube videos talking about, like, the history of Primal Rage and what happened to Primal Rage 2. and they got one of the original devs to sit down and like do a podcast with whoever was doing it. I think it was, I know Ketchup and Mustard did something with it, but I think the other, like there was another documentary sort of thing about it. I remember playing the crap out of that game when I was a kid. And being very bad at it. Like, the controls were, speaking of, you know, Mortal Kombat being the aberration, I think, comparatively, Primal Rage was also an aberration when you talk about how the controls worked, and, like, when moves would go off on release instead of on press, sort of thing. And there were a couple other quirks about it that made it stand out, but, I mean, realistically, I was playing it because of the claymation, which I wonder if they could reproduce with computer graphics now instead of having to hand make all the clay models. And Clay Fighter, that would be another fun game to have come back, but I don't know. These things just don't seem to be in the cards. We're doing way better than last time. We're only at 43. And we have less than a minute. So we're not hitting that 54K, I can tell you that much. We're just getting our gold. It's funny, all these red gems just coming to us. Like, leveling up, we're just standing still. The little bats, even if we don't get the kills for them, are kind of helping us because they're pushing things closer and therefore into the Santa water. There we go, racking up every time that the birds go off. We rack up XP and kills. I don't think, yeah, we're not even going to break 40, we might break 45k, but we're not going to break 50. I mean, we broke our previous record, 44,828. Not bad. Not bad. Just writing it down real quick. Update the stream title to actually hit. But for now, as always, everybody, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and Black Lives Matter.